So today I got in the mail my Elestral prototype deck order. Not going to show the boxes, my address is actually pasted all over it, but I wanted to record my live reaction to seeing what promo cards we get before we actually go into unboxing the deck. So here we go. All right, so got the box open. Doesn't reveal it right away. I do have the little Elestrals card there. Quite nice on the front there. If you've watched any other ones, you've probably seen it, but just a picture of all of them. And then on the back, it's got a little saying. Little note here, so let me read it out loud for you all. Thank you for being one of the first people in the world to play Elestrals. I started Elestrals as a passion project on January 1st, 2022. I wanted to create something wondrous that captured my childhood memories and brought people together. Your passion and enthusiasm fuels me every day to continue to make Elestral something truly special. I want to invite you to join us on Kickstarter on November 15th, where we will journey to the highest peaks, the darkest forests, and the deepest oceans of Elestria. Join me to wield the power of the gods and the elemental spirits. Enclosed in this package, you will find your Elestrals prototype starter decks. I've included a prototype card from my personal collection, as well as the Celebration Nimbug promotional card. Each starter deck also includes an additional 12 cards, a total of 72, to allow you to customize your decks further. You can scan the QR code to learn more about how to play with a 40-card deck and 20-card spirit deck. I look forward to playing with and against you. Join discord.gg, the Elestrals Discord, to follow the hype. Thank you again for all your support. And looks like, I'm guessing that is Dan's initials there. Would make sense. Or no, aDrive. Yeah, I got it. So, and then of course just all the socials and such. So pretty cool there. Nice little personal note in all of these. And I can not imagine how many of these you have to print out. But that is really, really cool. And of note, this is the first, for me, second confirmation on a Kickstarter, as I'm recording this on Friday, October 14th, this past Tuesday, so that would be the 11th, October 11th, Dan did officially announce it on his live stream. So Kickstarter, November 15th, is going to be pretty exciting. And he did confirm on today's stream with the Pokemon trailer that Kickstarter will be 3 weeks. So pretty much spanning all throughout November. But with that out of the way, let's actually get into the package and see what prototype cards I get. So I'm going to start uncovering it. We'll see. I don't know if the Nimbug's first. I really can't see it through the foil. And it is, so the Nimbug is first. Tell that there's something behind it. Okay, so they're all in the same top loader by the looks of it. Can I see it from the back? Yeah, from the back. Okay, so let's see what I actually got a hint of it, but I haven't fully looked at it. So I know what card it is. I don't know if it's a special art. So let's see. It is, ooh, quite nice. So nothing too special here. It's just a hollow earthquake, but still pretty nice. I really like this card as just a simple removal spell. And of course, you got the Celebration Nimbug on here. So that's pretty awesome, actually. Well packaged here. So let me actually get those out. I'm sorry, it's not hollow. It's just a prototype earthquake is all it is. I forgot. Some of them are hollow, but so the cardstock feels pretty good, actually. It feels a lot like some of the other games, like Monsuno, if you know what that is, that kind of cardstock. And since he said it's only going to get better, that's really nice, because the Monsuno cardstock wasn't the best quality. It was good for printing. Like, it's decent cardstock. Don't get me wrong there, but the fact that it's only going to get better is phenomenal. But yeah, definitely a solid prototype card as well. So that's pretty cool. And I actually have to see. I don't think I've said which decks I've gotten yet, but we'll get into that. But I do like having the prototype earthquake there. And actually, of note, oh, even better, it actually does not have the same effect as it does. It's at the top there, so it's not centered. But what it actually says is destroy the Elestral with the highest attack on your opponent's side of the field. So it's not just the all destruction that earthquake is now. So pretty neat. Pretty sure we would have to play with updated rulings if we were. I don't know if we're allowed to use these cards, but I would assume we would use the updated ruling on it. But the hollow Nimbug, honestly, a very sleek hollow pattern. Just a simple gloss that kind of gives it a rainbow look. Really like it. Sometimes simple is more, but just a simple Nimbug. So really nice. I think it's awesome that we get these as just kind of a celebration for us joining in. So those are definitely going to be staying in my collection as something really neat. So I'll put those up in the background. And, ooh, okay. So getting on to what decks I did get, I got Trifernal and Centaurbor. So the fire and earth one. So I can actually use the earthquake, but not the Nimbug. So let me actually switch camera views so we can then start opening these. So fun fact for all of you who are watching my unboxing videos, my scuffed setup is I actually just mount my webcam on one of these Elite Trainer boxes, and it gives a decent angle for cheap. I mean, I'm definitely looking to upgrade my setup at some point, as long as I am still enjoying making content. So far, it's looking that way, but making do with what I have. So a little fun fact for you in the middle of this video as I try to switch camera angles. All right, now that I have everything flipped around, I actually just kind of want to give a close-up on all of these. Let me take it out of the sleeve to show it. I think it will come in nicer. So let's see if we can get it to focus. So I got to focus, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. Had a snack, hoping that they'll still out as we do this video. So there we go. That's a pretty good shot of it. Really cool Nimbug here, trying to capture that hollow pattern. Thank you for being one of the first to play Elestrals. And then just a snow spec. So pretty cool. So let me actually get the earthquake out. Funny enough, I said I saw what it was. I actually thought it was Tectoros at first. But nope, it was Earthquake, which I'm actually fine with because I do really like this card. So destroy Elestral, and destroy Elestral with the highest attack on your opponent's side of the field. So not the current text. Pretty cool. Actually, I should note, these are the prototype cards I was judging the card stock for. So if these are just the prototype cards Dan had printed, I don't remember if he said that the start decks are different than them or not. But if these are like the prototype decks that he was just trying to print for his stuff, and he's going to improve it, like that's honestly phenomenal. So, you know what? I'm going to unbox Fire first. Just no rhyme or reason, but actually let me get this. I'll cut back when I actually get this out of the packaging because it's wrapped real well. So went ahead and both got those out of there. Normally I can pick off the wrap with my nails, as I do keep them long for a guy, but I actually had to use scissors with these. They're so well packaged there. But let's actually get into this. So nice, simple deck box, kind of going the they still do it for Pokemon, the Pokemon Trial Deck route. But this actually feels nicer than the Pokemon one's, a bit higher quality. So let me get it out. Actually, I should look at the packaging first. I'm too eager to look at the cards. So Trifernal, of course, starter deck. Just the designs on the sides, Elestrals on top. Bottom, Elestrals LLC. And then the little P.O. box, which is where this shipped from, made in China. And then prototype deck includes 72 cards. I cannot speak. Prototype start deck includes 72. No, oh, that's why I'm reading it wrong. Prototype start deck includes 72 game cards. Entire Elestral set includes over 100 cards. Each player must have a 40-card main deck and a 20-card spirit deck to play. And then just the general information to get people in. QR code for the rules, which I really like that approach. Vanguard did it with when they rebooted last year, and I thought it was very nice just to link out to a YouTube video instead of just a rule manual. Pretty much getting everything out there, so I need to get this open. Don't want to damage it too much, so okay. Cards are in this way, so really nice though. Inside is well printed. That's going to be above and beyond, in my opinion, that the inside's printed there. So I'll set that up right over here. Really like that. So, okay, the cardstock feels about the same for Earthquake, just a little bit cleaner as well. So really promising for the final print that it's going to be a really nice print overall. Yeah, they feel like a lot of this cardstock reminds me of Kaijudo, the second attempt to bring Duel Masters over to the US. So that's not a bad thing, by the way, if it's going to get even better from this. So quite nice, but it doesn't quite feel like a Pokemon card either. But then again, Pokemon's printed elsewhere here in the US than, well, these were printed in China. But enough kind of rambling here. Let's actually get into the cards themselves. So of course, start of the show here, the one Spirit Necruff. Perfectly focused, awesome. 5/1, really like this card. When it destroys an opponent's Celestial, you can expend one additional Spirit. Really strong aggro, but also I would think this is really nice in a control deck in such a limited card pool, because that 5 attack can attack over a lot of things, and the expend a Spirit just kind of controls your opponent's Spirit deck, limiting how many spirits they have to work with. So really nice. So we get 1, 2, 3 Necruff here. Very nice. Definitely want that as a 3 of. Blazerous here, it's sort of ascension form. So 7 to attack, not too bad. 7 definitely hitting over the 1 spirit. 7 for the 2 spirits, it matches a lot. So Definitely not the best there. The 2 defenses, nothing to write home about, but you're really not going to throw this in defense position. But Blazers can attack twice, which is really powerful since it's 2 spirits, meaning it can deal 2 damage. And if Blazers destroys 2 Elestrals in the same battle phase, you can Special Ascent into Blazerus into Trifernal from your hand or deck during the end phase. So get out the boss card. So pretty nice, a good aggro tool that can just set up into a really strong boss card. So pretty cool. I have been testing like these. There's a problem with balance with the 2 and 3 Spirit Elestrals right now, where they're just too high risk, high reward, with the limited card pool here. But in Prototype deck 4, this card's going to be really fun to use, just kind of blow up the opponent, and then also, of course, who can't have fun slamming down these 3 Spirit Elestrals? They look awesome. Trifernal here, powerful attack. Powerful attack. The ability, every time your opponent enchants an Elestral, you can expend 1 fire, decreases a defense by 3. If the Elestral's defense falls to 0, target and destroy. So pretty cool control tool here that's not easy to attack over. So can easily be responded with like destruction effects, but it does actually counter, or rune destruction effects, but that powerful kind of gate on defense there, just to destroy stuff, can make, if your opponent doesn't have a 4 defense Elestral, they're not going to get anywhere with it. So pretty cool card. I definitely cannot wait. I hope I can get Trifernal out in this deck. That will be my goal. Even if it's a high risk, high reward play in trial deck format, it's going to be so much fun. So we're right here. Another really nice card, again showing off the power of these 1 Spirit Elestrals. You can target an opponent's Elestral and decrease its attack by 4 until the end phase. Really strong with 3 attack, isn't much to write home about, but when you can decrease something's attack by 4, it's going to hit over most things. So you get 3 of those, really nice. It's Ascension form, Flaracne, a 4/7, so decent attack. Alright defense. 7 is actually pretty good defense with the rules of attacking, but it's pretty much a floodgate card, as Flaracne is on enchanted. All non-fire Elestrals on the field cannot attack the turn they are enchanted, so really great against kind of the other types if you can get it out. Only 1 of it, so not too consistent, but at the same time, since you do have to have something out on board, it's not going to be the easiest to get out, but okay. We might get another one with the extra 12 cards. I forget what the list is exactly, so let me see if I can get this to focus again. Alright, Kenleo here, another phenomenal card, as it is Elestral Destruction on Elestral Body. 4 attack, not too bad. 1, you're not throwing defense anyway, so you can access up to 2 Fire Spirits on the field, and if you successfully do so, you can target and destroy an Elestral on the field. Really good card for both control and aggro, as getting those 2 extra spirits onto, say, an Elestral just means you're attacking for more as well, which, again, either you're dealing a lot of damage for aggro or just controlling your opponent's spirit deck and control. You get only 2 of those, so I hope we get a third with the 12 extra cards, as that is one I definitely want 2 of. And then it's Ascension form, Leonite here, a 7/2. Again, that 7 attack, very common here. But Leonite enchanting cannot be stopped by invoke runes. Not that there are any invoke runes that can do that, but as long as Leonite's enchanted in attack position, neither player can activate invoke runes. A great way to stop your opponent from being able to destroy it with like Earthquake, that aforementioned Earthquake. So pretty powerful. Like, it's pretty sticky here. They're going to need to have another way to get it out. Only 1 of it, so not too bad. It's not going to be super consistent, so I would like to see at least 2 of that probably. Another really powerful one, Spirit Elestral Volcaries. It's 3/2, which doesn't seem that great, but for it gains 1 attack for every enchanting Fire Spirit on the field. So it's really 4 attack at a base level, but as soon as you start getting more Elestrals on board, more the Stadium, the Divine Runes, the artifacts, Volcaries sees all of that and gains a power. And it's not your board, it's your opponent's board as well. So if your opponent uses an enchanting Fire Spirit, Volcaries get stronger as well. So really neat. You have to be very careful when trying to hit over this if you're using Fire Spirits. So only 2 of it. I would like to see a third one. That's probably one of our most powerful attacks, as it is only a 1 spirit. So Cinder here, every time it receives a fire, you can discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the underworld. 3/2 is alright. The effect's alright. I don't think we kind of go through the decks fast enough to make it that great, but still pretty cool what we see. 2? Okay, only 2. Forgot this one has an Earth package. Clovey, every time it receives a champion, you draw 1. Not too bad just to kind of cycle your deck. Only 2 attacks, so not the best there, but hey, card draw is card draw. I will never oppose to a cycle. 2 of those. Sprouter, 3/5, phenomenal body, and then you can search out an artifact when it's normal enchanted. Awesome, you can search out the artifact in this deck, really nice. And 3/5 is a really great stat line, and the other nice thing is you can misenchant it with a Fire Spirit, and with the Stadium, the Volcanic Forge, you can actually make it a 4/6, which is also really, really nice. So definitely a strategy I might want to use. Astrabbit, Another really nice card here, as it lets you check top 3 whenever it receives a Thunder Spirit and add 1 of them to hand and shuffle the other 2 back, just to search out your pieces. 2-4, not a bad stat line, so definitely like that. Just search out more pieces. Only 2 of it. Jolt 10 to search out the stadium. 3-2. All right, only 1 of it, and I think that's perfectly fine, as it does not have the best stat line. But being able to search out the stadium to set up other stuff like your Volcaries, very nice. Here's the Divine Hephaestus. You can enchant it without the 3 fire, and then you can disenchant 1 to search out your artifacts. So just a great way of pumping up Volcaries, or really whatever you, as the spirits it has will pump up Volcaries, but it can also search out Hammer here to power up your Elestrals if you want to do so. And as the Empowered Elestral gains 1 attack for every enchanting rune on the field. And if Hephaestus is enchanted, the Elestral cannot be targeted by your opponent's Elestral effects. So fun fact, if we keep the Hephaestus on board, where is it? If we keep the Hephaestus on board and equipped Hammer to Leonite, it literally can only be stopped by counter runes. So really powerful combo. Just stick a Leonite on board, and your opponent really can't do anything to the Leonite. So we get only 2 of those, but we also have the Hephaestus search it out, so not too bad. And it can gain 2 attack if you have Hephaestus on board, but if you have Volcanic Forge, that means that for every enchanted rune, on your field. So Volcanic Forge, only 2 of, but a really nice card as it gives all of the Elestrals on the field 1 attack and 1 defense for a enchanting Fire Spirit on it. So that can also be seen by Hammer to make it as another way for Hammer to give your equipped Empowered Elestral 1 attack. Really great card here. I kind of already mentioned it with Misenchanting the Sprouter. Pretty good. Eruption. So only 1 Eruption, but one of the most powerful burn cards. As if your opponent does not have a Fire Enchanted Elestral on board, you can burn them for 3 for 2. So really great exchange here. If they do have a Fire, you're not playing this because you're using 2 to burn 1. Unless you like that, you just need that 1 to win the game, you're not using it. So only 1 of that. I would like to see 3, as this is a really powerful burn card, especially with like Necruff, so hoping we see that. Let's see. Only 2 Nectar of the Gods. Not too bad just to see 2 extra cards. 3-2, it's debatable. I like 3, but 2 is definitely nice, just to draw 2 for 2. 1 Ambrosia, 3 of these, really would prefer to see that. I'll see if I get any on the side, but still 1's better than none. Circle of the Skies, only at 1. This one's more situational, as if it lets us actually ascend up to our Trifernal a bit faster if we already have a 1 Spirit Elestral on board and still have our Ascend, so that's pretty nice with the draw as well. See, we do get an Earthquake, so just target and destroy 1 Elestral on the field, pretty good. Pandora's Box at 2 copies, just to disrupt like all the Stratomoth players, as it can stop your opponent. It discards when your opponent searches their deck or enchants from their deck, you can just destroy the card prior to enchanting it. And let's see, if the effect moves more than 1 card, your opponent chooses which 1 card to destroy. All effects really only target 1 card, so I don't see that being too common, but great way to just stop the special ascends that my opponent might try. Gorgon's Gaze, only at 1, but still another fantastic way to shut down what my opponent has to play to try to attack Overstuff to get a chance to do so. So not too bad. Not the best counter runes in the game, but for the prototype deck format, these starter decks, not bad at all. So let's see, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 by Pyro. Good start there with all the fire. 1, 2, 3, 4 Teratlis for those Sprouters and the Earthquake. So it's like 1 for each Sprouter and Earthquake, not bad. 1, 2 Zaptors for the Astrabbits. And, ooh, nice. Do you get the 3rd Kinleo? Good. I realize it went out of focus. Let me get that focused again. There we go. Got it focused again. The 2nd Leonite, really like that. 2nd Flaracne, okay. Yes, 4th Volcaries, good. Another Eruption, good. 2 Eruptions, perfect. That's what I asked for. Another Ambrosia, perfect. So 2, better than another Earthquake. That is also very nice, as it's one of the easiest destruction effects in the game right now. And a Thunderstorm. Hope we do get that. So Thunderstorm, some rune removal if absolutely necessary. A bit expensive, but not bad at all. Poison Tip, the 2nd best counter rune. Really like seeing it. And another Gorgon. Oh, we have 1 more. So Poison Tip Arrow, just a nice way to lower the opponent's attack. In this format, I think attack's going to matter a bit more. So it's nice to have this kind of counter that can also double as destruction. So slow down your opponent for 1 spirit, destroy for 2 spirits. Not too bad. Another Gorgon's Gaze. Okay, 2 Gorgon's Gaze. That's definitely more optimal. And then Shield here. The best counter rune, as it does not target and bounces to hand. So huge tempo swing, protects their cards. Really nice card there. Glad we at least get 1. 3 would be optimal, but at the same time, this is such a powerful card when testing out these prototype start decks. I can understand why you would want to limit it. So that is the Fire one. Super nice there. definitely see this one having a lot of potential, especially with the side deck cards to start switching stuff out. If you all would like, comment down below if you'd like to see what cards I'd recommend switching out from the main deck to the side deck to just make the deck more optimal. And if I see people wanting it, I will definitely make that video. But don't want to spend time in this video as we still have a whole other start deck to go through, and I've already been recording for 25 minutes, so I don't want to make this video too much longer. So let's crack into this one. So the box, same thing as before. Everything's kind of the same. It's just Centaurbor, green color. So let's just crack right into it. All right, and again, inside customized yet again. Looks so pretty. I would love to just bust this open and see the inside, but at the same time I don't, because I don't want to ruin the box. So really, really nice here. So here, start going over them. Sprouter, we already saw this one, but obviously for Earth you would want it. And actually, let me get these cards focused yet again. So yeah, we see Sprouter yet again, so you can tell that we're going to have some artifacts here, but this time we should see it at 3. Yup, 3 Sprouter. Pretty nice. Again, a great stat line, and since this is an Earth deck with Foloi Forest, the Sprouter's just, you also get the effect and can make it a 4/5 with Foloi. So really nice. Satember here, a 5/7 stat line. Not terrible. 7's good defense, 5 is a decent attack. For a 2-spirit, but if you're attacking over 1-spirit, it's not too bad. And it has the ability to special ascend into Centaurbor if it's empowered by an artifact and destroys an Elestral in battle. But you just have to nexus the spirits from Satember to ascend. So really powerful, and you'll see once we read over Centaurbor why that's so powerful. So we get 2 Satember, pretty good. And then we have Centaurbor here, 11/15, great stat line. And you can disenchant 1 Earth from Centaurbor to target and destroy 1 card on the field, and a Foloi Force. Enchanted Centaurbor cannot be targeted by invoke runes. So this is really powerful, as it pretty much shuts down Earthquake to be used on it, and your opponent's going to have to rely on stuff like Kindleo, if they even have it, to destroy it, which is super good if you can get it out here. And with the Satember combo, since you nexus the spirits onto it, you already have an access to spirits on Centaurbor to start using as pop effect, so you can get rid of pesky counter runes or destroy one of your opponent's Elestrals if there's no cards on the field that you want to destroy, just to be able to attack the opponent for a ton of spirits, so a ton of damage. So great if you can get this out, 2 of it. And of course the protection is just good. Then Tectorus here, pretty much the Earth version of Volcaries, really strong here for a 1-spirit. So we get 2 of those, hoping we get a 3rd one again. Clovey again, Cycle, bit better in Earth since we can power it with Foloi. So still, the 2/2 stat line isn't great, but no, a draw is always going to be welcome here. Drataya, so this card was very underrated for a lot of us. It's a 2/4, which is not a bad stat line, but if you play Ambrosia, you draw 2. What we didn't realize is that this is not once per turn, meaning you can draw a ton if you can get a ton of Ambrosia. So really nice draw card, especially in this kind of deck. So 2 of it, not bad. Sakurasaur is, if you expend 2 to draw 2, it's a 6x, so not a terrible stat line. If you're going up against 2 spirits, I mean, you saw a lot of 7s, it's going to die, but, and the expend 2 to draw, I mean, it's just a pretty much a on-demand Nectar of the Gods, so not too bad if your opponent can't really respond to it. So we'll see how much we go. Only 1 though, which I think is good. Spine Nymph here, really cool kind of stall card. 5 defense is really hard to get over for 1 spirits. And when it's destroyed in battle, you can enchant it as an artifact on the Elestral that destroyed it, and then its attack becomes 0, so it really can't do anything. So that's also pretty cool. 2 of it. Just a good stall card, and I think it's actually going to be pretty good in this format. Spinosect here, the Ascension to Spine Nymph, and it can attack while in defense, and with that 9 defense operating as attack, that's going to be a really powerful 2-spirit Elestral to start attack over stuff. I really like it. Equalings, our Nexus here. 4/3, great stat line, can bump up to 5 attack under Foloi, and you can Nexus 2 Earth Spirits, up to 2, to target and destroy a rune on the field. So really powerful effect to just kind of snipe your opponent's back row, and then just start attacking for damage. As, again, same thing with like Kinleo, just getting the extra spirits on your Elestrals means you're attacking for more. So I do like that. 2 Inklings. P-Gust, oh, I love this card. Whenever it sees a 1 spirit, you can target and destroy your opponent's rune. Even though it's a 2/3 stat line, not amazing, just being able to destroy their runes is really nice if they have like their own god or artifact up to help attack over it, or to deal with some pesky counter runes. So only 2 P-Gust, but I think that is perfectly fine for this deck, especially since it has access to Equal Links. Veritaqua, if our opponent sets up a defense that we can attack over, Veritaqua is a quick way to deal with it. Not too bad. Ooh, Sorlet as well, another powerhouse. 5 attack, mean you can misenchant it under Foloi to make it 6, but you can also regularly enchant, or properly enchant it to be able to expend a win to flip the Elestrals from attack to defense position, which is really nice to be able to easily attack over stuff. So really powerful. I mean, we just saw with like the not Kinleo's Ascension. I cannot think of it. Leonite. It only had 2 defense. Let me check that to make sure I'm actually saying that right, because I'm pretty sure it has 2 defense. Because Phylacne, yeah, Leonite only has 2 defense. So a sword can actually out a Leonite, funny enough. Really powerful way to go about it as well. So really like this card. The Divine Rune, Demeter, just a great way to easily power stuff up, as you can channel with up to 3. Remove 1 to give an Elestral 3 attack. Easy way to overpower stuff. 3 is actually a phenomenal great breakpoint, as 2 Spirit Elestrals, like our Pigas, can be pumped up to 5, which hits phenomenally. So really like this card for powering up stuff. Our artifact is Scythe. Really powerful artifact here, as it gives 2 attack and 3 defense, so versatile in that respect. When your Elestral destroys an opponent's Elestral, you can move 1 Earth Spirit from your Underworld to your Spirit deck, and if you have Demeter on board, you can remove 2. So recovery. Just a really powerful artifact all around. Definitely, and the nice thing is if you Demeter up, it refunds itself. Meaning in the Spirit Race, it's really good. Actually, really. The only thing you're really giving up there is a card, as opposed to some of the other artifacts, which are a bit high risk right now with easy ways to destroy over Elestrals like Sorlet. But Floy Forest, of course, really powerful. I've been talking about this card, pretty much the Volcanic Forge for Earth. Really like it. 1 Earthquake, hopefully get another one, though. Well, hopefully this deck has access to another one, but of course, if we were wanting to combine the 2 decks, I would actually have my 3 Earthquake already, even like if I could use that one as well, that's like a 4th. Not that you can use 4. There's only 3 per card, but point is, really good card. 2 Nectars, 2 Ambrosia. Yay, 2 Ambrosia. Really like this card, especially the Triad. It's going to be super important. 1 Circle of Sky, that can help get extra spirits onto Centaurbor to use its destruction effect, but also help ascend a bit easier, so we don't have to always rely on, say, Timber. 1 Tornado to bounce back a rune, pretty good to bounce back, say, an opponent's artifact to be able to attack over it, or their Divine Elestral, or even their Stadium. Not too bad. Or if you think they have a counter rune that you really just need to get around that too. Not the best use, but it is one. Poison Tip around the main deck, really nice counter rune. Does run the Tsunami, which actually is really nice with Veritaqua, as you can Tsunami switch all your opponent's Elestrals to non-water enchanted Elestrals to defense, and then attack with them, and to attack Veritaqua into them to just destroy them with Veritaqua's effect. Then we get to the spirits, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 Earth, so it looks like it's going to be standard ratio. 2, 4 Lycoris for our Pigas, Sorlets, and our Spy Nymph here. Then 2 Waters, so for the Tsunamis and the Veritaqua, so not too bad. And since we do run in 3 Ambrosia, even though we have, Tsunami and 2 Veritaquas, but only 2 Leviathan, we can easily Ambrosia back one of them. Same thing for Lycoris, only 4 Lycoris with 2 Sorlet, 2 Pigas, and a Spy Nymph. Is it Spy Nymph? I might be saying the wrong one. Sorry, Spinosect. You can still Ambrosia them back if you need them, so no problems with that one, just have to play it smartly. And this is actually a card that has not been revealed, was revealed once everyone's trying to get their start decks, but had not been revealed before then. Giraflora here, a 1/4, so not the best stat line, good defense actually, not too bad, but if you can't attack with defense, so sometimes you have to ask yourself, what am I really doing if I'm throwing something on defense? You're allowing your opponent to go a bit wider on board than you, but anywho, its effect says that when it's normal enchanted, you can add 1 Earth Spirit from your Underworld to your hand, so that's actually pretty nice to recurse something if you really need it. It's a 1 Spirit, but hey, being able to grab back a Volcaries, or even a Jataya, well, if you want the draw, but like Volcaries or Spiral would probably be the 2 main targets from the main deck that we've seen so far. Really nice just to kind of set up for next turn, especially if we have like an Earthquake in hand. Earthquake, set up Giraflora, return something to hand that's useful for next turn. Not too bad. So we get 2 of that, okay. 3rd Jotad, nice for the draw engine here. 3rd Tectoros, awesome. Rummagem, I'm so glad this one is in here. 4 attack, 4 defense, really powerful. When it's normal enchanted, you can search your deck for a 1 Spirit Earth Elestral and add it to your hand. Really powerful here, as if we do have another one, we do. We can actually search out another one and chain into them. We can grab a Tectoros if need be, grab a Sprouter if we want to see Scythe. A lot of nice things, and that 4/4 stat line is amazing. Under Floyd, it's a 5/5. Really like this card. It's only 2. 3 is, of course, optimal, but of course, as we've seen, that we don't always get 3 of them, but honestly, 2 is better than 1, and it's better than none, so really like it. We can also search out Equal Links if we need Rune Destruction, so Equal Links, really nice there. Another Earthquake, awesome. 3rd Ambrosia, that's great. A 2nd Tornado if you're up against a rune-heavy deck and need it. 1 Shield, same thing goes as when I talked about the Trifernal deck. And another Poison Tip, so actually 3 counter runes here. It's going to be quite nice for this deck. Yeah, so these are the Elestral start decks. The only two I got. Honestly, I should have gotten all five, but I wasn't convinced when the Kickstarter came out. I thought I was going to try it, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be for me. So I only got the two that I was interested in to test out the game. I didn't even think I was going to try it on Tabletop Simulator, but eventually I was just like, why not? And ended up really liking the game, started making content on it. So, and unfortunately, that happened after Kickstarter ended. So I missed my window to pick up the other three prototype decks, and honestly, probably should have even picked up two just to make sure I have a playset of everything. But with that being said, it just even though I didn't do that, it just means I have more money for Kickstarter, which again, November 15th. But yeah, these are the two decks I got here. I hope that you all enjoyed, and also the prototype card I got was Earthquake there, so pretty cool, pretty cool. But yeah, I am hoping to get some not tabletop simulator, some remote gameplay going very shortly with these decks. Hopefully some out next week, but also it's a pretty busy weekend with the Digimon pre-release coming out, but definitely excited to start doing that. I know Dan has talked about hosting some tournaments just using these decks, and I'm totally going to enter them as a content creator. I feel like I shouldn't say I feel like I want to, because that's also going to be amazing content. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to do that. So just a lot to do now that I actually have the physical cards in hand. So look forward to that. As I kind of mentioned with the Trifernal deck, let me know if you want my opinions on what cards should be swapped out from the 12-card extra deck or side deck into the main deck to make these a bit more optimal. I will gladly make that video. Just leave me down below which, if you want to see both, one in particular, just let me know. And with that note, follow me on Twitter. Been trying to promote that, as I've talked about. There's a lot of opening videos coming very soon. As I said, Digimon pre-release is tomorrow, and well, some shops are doing it tonight, but I'm going tomorrow. We got the Vanguard pre-release event going on my locals Sunday, so going to be unboxing some pre-release kit then, hopefully. And then the following weekend, we've got the official Vanguard release where I'll be opening a box or two. And then I have a case should be coming in that Monday. So a lot of big opening stuff coming up. So follow me on Twitter if you want updates on when all that's going to happen, when I'm going to live stream the Vanguard case opening. And of course, once Elestral gets their official release, I'll be doing some openings on that, and I'll update you all then. And finally, another reason to follow me on Twitter is the Elestrals Team Tour is still going on. If you want to see updates from me about content regarding that, follow me on Twitter, as I'll be updating what my plans are as the Team Tour progresses, and I'm not as worried about keeping our secrets and our deck strategies to our chests later on, so I can start making content on that. But this has been a really long-winded outro, so I'm just going to call it there. Hope you all enjoyed, and I am super excited to have these cards in hand and to be making more content. So look forward to that coming in the near future.